Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review and it's quite a different review. I don't think I've ever done anything like this. But today I'm going to be doing a review on the eBay version of the Jaclyn Hill palette, and my camera's going to change just because this palette's white and it seems to throw my camera off a little bit. So this is what the packaging of the eBay version came in. Quick disclaimer, please don't hate on this video. I understand that eBay products are not the best and I'm not recommending you to go and buy this palette. I simply wanted to try it out. I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep it or not. Depending on how I can work with this, I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep it or not, but do buy these products at your own risk because they have literally just copied and pasted the ingredient list from the original Morphe palette, so I don't actually know what is actually in this eyeshadow palette. The reason why I decided to do this this palette review is because the Jaclyn Hill palette is virtually impossible to get here in the UK. It has sold out on the Morphe website, and I think they're only currently stocking it on the Morphe website, and it's completely sold out. It's impossible to get, and even if I was to stay up and try to get it, the shipping costs would be extortionate. The palette already costs more than the usual Morphe palettes, and then I would have to include international, and then there would be custom fees as well. So I just don't think I would purchase it unless someone like Beauty Bit or Cult Beauty decided to bring this palette out. I stumbled across a few reviews of this palette on the fake version on eBay. I think there were like 2 people. This is what the palette looks like, and it came in this cardboard box, and to be fair, it was packaged really nicely. Loads of bubble wrap, so I was very happy about that. I got this from eBay, like I said, and it took like 2-3 days to get to my house, and it cost £11, so it was super cheap. And yeah, so it comes in this box. I know that with the real Jaclyn Hill palette, her name is reflective, but obviously on the fake one it's not. And then it just has the ingredients on the back. And then when you take out, the box is quite battered really. When you take it out, the palette itself looks like this, and with this one her name is reflected. And to be fair, the palette itself doesn't look bad, like it's not battered or anything like that. It looks really good, and this is what the back of it looks like. And then when you open the palette, this is what you get. So yeah, so you get all these colours in there, and I'll just do a quick close-up, and I will be doing swatches in this video. So that is what the palette itself looks like. I feel like it looks pretty close to the pictures that I've seen of the real Jaclyn Hill palette, but obviously, unfortunately, I can't compare it. So I don't know how it actually looks, but the colours look really vibrant. So I'm going to get onto the swatches. So these are the swatches. The mattes are quite crumbly and not very pigmented. The shimmers are a little bit more pigmented, but they're quite powdery. So far, this top row isn't too impressive. So let's start off with the mattes here. The mattes, they're definitely less powdery than the ones that on the top row. And I've got to say that these 2 shimmery colours just here, they swatch really nicely. Definitely much better than the shimmers that I did before, and definitely less powdery as well. I'm pretty impressed with this row, if I'm being completely honest. I think the colours look decent to say that they're only £11. So these are the next shades that I have swatched, and I want to say that these 2 colours here swatched, and this one at the end swatched amazing. And I just wanted to show you the swatches on my finger. I went back and just re-swatched them. Look at the pigmentation on those. They look amazing, especially this colour here. Just absolutely amazing. These row is, I'm so impressed with these ones. So this is the next row of colours. These two brighter colours here, swatch amazing. This one looks incredible, and the matte ones, I feel like they don't show up so well because they're quite close to my skin tone. But again, I'm quite impressed with the pigmentation here. I think they look really, really good. This blue colour is just absolutely stunning. And that one, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to use that on the lid. This is the last row of colours, and this bright kind of bluey green, it came off quite powdery, and so did the colour here. But this matte blue colour is very pigmented. The green is just stunning. Look how beautiful that is. And the other shades, they're okay. But the brighter colours definitely look amazing. Hi guys, so I'm going to get started on the actual application of this palette. I'm going to be going for quite a natural look. I'm not going to be using any of the bright colours. I'm going to be going just for a really natural, neutral kind of warm toned look. And I'm going to try to use as many colours as I possibly can. So yeah, I have already primed, and I've done my eyebrows and I primed my lid just with concealer and powdered it on top as well. I'm going to be going in with a fluffy brush like this, and I think I'm going to go in with this warm orange tone just there. So this is not massively pigmented, as you can probably already tell, so I'm just going in with my brush again. And then I'm going to be going into palette and using this colour here. It's a dark warm brown. I'm going in with a more smaller kind of blending brush. It's less fluffy than the last one that I used. I'm just going to go in with that. I'm just going to go back in with the fluffy brush, kind of just blend these two together. Like so. And then I'm going to get a more concentrated, like a smaller tapered brush. I'm going to go in, I'm going to mix this red colour here. I'm going to mix this red colour here with this dark brown here. This dark brown colour there's a little bit of fallout just on my cheek there. So I probably would recommend you to do your eyeshadow first. I normally do anyway, unless I'm using colours that I know specifically that don't drop colours down, have fallout I mean. This dark brown colour isn't really that blendable. It's not as blendable as the first two colours that I used. Yeah, I feel like this dark brown colour is, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but I feel like it's quite patchy. I feel like this dark brown colour is quite patchy. Like it's coming off as a little bit patchy on the lid. Right, now onto the shimmery colours. I'm going to firstly go in with, I quite like the look of this pinky colour just here. So it has come off quite pigmented, but the consistency of the eyeshadow is a little bit patchy again. And it's patchy and it's also quite chunky. Yeah, the eyeshadow feels really chunky. So on camera I actually don't think it looks too bad, but yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I feel like it just looks a bit chunky. Anyway, I'm gonna go in on the rest of my lid. I'm just gonna go in with this colour here. I'm going to go back in with this colour here and just blend the top of it. And I think just to finish it off and to really intensify the look, I'm just going to go in with the black, which is right in the corner there. And I'm going to find a highlight shade. I'm going to use this colour here. This colour here as a highlight shade. So I'm going to go ahead and put some eyeliner and mascara into the rest of my face, and I will come back and tell you guys what I think about this eyeshadow palette. So this is the final look that I created. So now that you have seen how the eyeshadows actually perform, I've got to say that overall my review and my opinion is that the shimmers definitely work better than the mattes. And the lighter the colours are, the less pigmented they are. So the lighter mattes like the ones up here, don't perform as well as the red mattes which are here and this matte here. Yeah, they just don't perform as well. I do have to say that they feel very soft when you swatch them. So yeah, they feel really soft when you swatch them, but they don't perform as well. The red mattes here and the browns, they swatch really nicely, and I used a couple on my eyes and I really liked the way that they looked. However, this dark brown here was a little bit patchy, so I do believe that some of the colours are going to be patchy. Also, the blues and the greens here, especially this purple and green, look absolutely amazing. But this bluey greeny colour here doesn't, it swatches quite powdery and quite patchy as well. The standout colours I've got to be I'll swatch this blue here, I'll swatch this green here, and I'll swatch this one here. The pigmentation on them, those three I think are just incredible, and I cannot wait to use them on my eyes. Overall, I think I am going to keep this palette. I definitely will keep this palette. I'm going to try out a few more of the looks and try out the brighter looks, because I don't really have any eyeshadows with colour in them. But whether you want to try it out, then it's up to you. But I'd say there are some decent colours in here. Not all of them are consistent. It's not a consistent palette, but some of them are actually really good. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye!